all you space engineers out there. Commander Kingfish here, and I am back in Space Engineers 2. I want to continue to give you an update or try to follow along with the development, and so I'm going to continue to do videos off and on every couple of weeks just to kind of keep you updated. And so let's hop over. And today I kind of just want to walk through some of the blocks. Also wanted to mention that the team is finishing Vertical Slice 1.1, the workshop. They're into the final testing, which should go around next week and could be released soon after that. So maybe by the end of February, the workshop will be out there and integrated into the game or into Steam as well. And so there's also a in-game browser that they're talking about, so that should be pretty interesting. If I were you, I would go out and check the read Merrick's dev diary. This was the latest one from February 13th, and so it kind of talks about some that they've been finishing up doing some testing and stuff with the debug gun and plants and trees, the interface with the highlighted actions. So when you aim at a block and you see the block, there's no invisible occluders, stuff like that. They found an interesting water bug, which kind of looks interesting. And it looks like they're also working on some new blocks for the Vertical Slice 2 planets and survival. So that's a little bit on what they're currently working on. I know that they've been just about every day putting hot fixes out for crashes. Now I've noticed the last couple of days they haven't, so they must be getting quite a bit of the crashes taken care of. Now I haven't run into any problems of crashing yet. So, but I'm just a single player. I don't play on servers or anything like that. So I've been getting in there and doing quite a bit of just kind of playing around, building blocks, stuff like that. I'm actually kind of working on a ship right now. So if we pop up and we kind of look around, you can kind of see, let's just kind of fly back. So it's just a basic form of a ship. I'm just still trying to figure out the lines and stuff like that. But I managed to get all the thrusters on and in place so that those work. If we fly over here and then down, we look up here. Now that's my kind of base that I am building out over there. So we'll just kind of, from here, if we fly backwards, you can see we're kind of moving with no problem. Going forward, up, down, and sideways and whatnot. So it's been pretty good. But again, that's a work in progress. I'll keep you updated on how this is building out and what kind of crazy design I can come up with on it. So let's fly over here to the base that I've kind of semi-built. I've acquired the two ships that were over there on Concordia, and I basically made a hangar here. You can kind of see that some of the stuff that I did, I took one of the catwalk grates, and we'll look at those here briefly, and kind of built like a pallet, and then put like a bunch of what were they half blocks, and just kind of laid them out in there. So that looks pretty good. Made kind of a workbench type looking thing here, and so all of the blocks are not functional yet, but they look pretty cool. So I've been kind of just playing around with this and just kind of doing some designing and stuff like that. So you're kind of limited with what you can do. And so let's come on up to the top up here. You can see I've just been kind of playing around, trying to get things to fit, that sort of thing. So what we have is, if we come over here to the G menu, so here's all the blocks that we currently have. We have a heavy armor cube, which has 4 different blocks in it, angles, some, most of them that we're familiar with, which will allow you to do a lot of the building. We have the heavy armor half block slopes, the 0.5. Now the cool thing about all of this is you've got everything attaches to everything, and I'll kind of demonstrate that here in a little bit. So, but you've got the regular blocks there. Again, all of the half armor blocks or the heavy armor blocks are the same ones that a lot of them that we went. Now there'll be a lot more blocks, I know. So now the regular light armor blocks is going to be the same set of blocks that we have over here on the heavy armor. And so we can kind of look at that. I'm not going to pop them all down, but then we got our button panels. If we've got, let's see, let me change. Let's go to here, and we'll just start dropping this stuff down. So this is the button panels. Again, none of these work. In order to switch, you hit R, which gives you, so if we kind of come over here, you can kind of see where we wanted to add a button onto here, we could do that. And then so let's, still getting used to the controls because they are a little bit different. But if we have open, so this is going to kind of basically be a button panel. None of these are functional. So this is it's showing the powered on, and this is a 0.25 meters button. So, but again, it pretty much attaches to anything. So if we go back into here, actually, you know what? Let's escape out of here. If we go to 1 and we hit R, here's regular, another button panel. So we just plop that down there. The other thing that if you hold, at least wise for me, I hold my left mouse button down, and then I can create a series of blocks. And then if you hit your right mouse button while you're pointing at it, and then that will remove it. And that's currently the setup right now. I know a lot of this stuff is going to change, but it's pretty cool to play around with it. So that's the button panels. Now you have a detailing cube, and so these are smaller cubes that you can kind of see they fit in the smaller squares. So if you wanted to, say, add, let's see, something like this, you got to do control as well to move things around. So it's a little cumbersome right now. But if we did something about like this, and then kind of come up the side, so you can add, walk over here, so you can add different things, and this gives you the ability to fill in different stuff. Now these 25 meter cubes, or these small cubes, these detailing cubes, I was playing around with it on here, so trying to get things to fit. And if we turn this around a little bit, let's see, it's not going to fit on here, looks like any place. Well, it will up here, but see, we could fill in this right down here, fly over here. So if I wanted to add this detailing block in here and turn it around, maybe something about like that. And hit, oop, and then run all the way up to there. We can fill in, you can fill in places, you know, fill in little cracks and stuff like that. So if we come back over here, so that's kind of the detailing blocks. Your light blocks, you've got 3 different lights that you can play with. And if we drop this down, let's bring this down. And if we go to a light, let's put a light right here, pop that on. And then if we go into our control panel, let's go to our light that we just put on, if I can find it. That's a bit of a challenge on some of this stuff, is finding the light. I think that's the one I just put up. So you can adjust your colors right here. You can adjust your brightness on this. So if you click on that, you can kind of, you know, turn things around. So that should be, yeah, that's that light right there. So we just changed that. But you can play around with your lighting and stuff like that. We have the catwalks. The catwalks I've had a lot of fun with. You've got 3 different types. So if we drop these down, you've got this one, the regular catwalk. You got a half catwalk, and then you've got a corner catwalk. And you can kind of see what I've been kind of playing around with over here. I kind of built a, I guess you would consider it a firing turret, a bank of Gatling guns. And I built, just plopped in the catwalks in and around them. So they're pretty cool. All right, so that's the catwalks, and then we have the railings. You know, you can see the 3 different railing types. You've got the angle, the half one, and you. One of the nice things cool about these is you can kind of fit them anywhere. They're not just set to where once you put that in it, if we like put that down right there. Now in the old Space Engineers, we would have a whole block taken up now. We can now then, if you want to put some railings in, and if we go back over to here, where is it? I think it's 7. Yeah, so you can now place this cargo container, put that right there. And so you can see that I was able to fit it in right where I have these these railings in. So it's going to give you a lot more flexibility in your builds. All right, let's get back to here. All of the lights, your ramps, you've got the regular ramp, and you got the regular stairs. I've been using those. Those are pretty cool. If we go to, then you've got a wall, the interior, basically. So we've got like a corner. Got like a single wall, and again you can see that these can be placed pretty much anywhere. And then a corner set of walls, and then back to the full corner again. All right. The interior wall pillar, I've used this quite a bit actually. So if we drop this down here, you've got a rounded one, you've got a more thicker one, a 2.5, and then you've got the flat pillar. You've got an angled pillar, and I've been able to use these quite a bit in using them for detail. And then we're back to the 2.5. Then we have our windows. Basically, if we drop this down into here, we've got kind of the same thing that you have with the interior walls. Now, in order to turn these around, I hit Control, and then I do my WASD keys as you're holding Control, and then you can kind of move these all around. All right. And so that's your windows. You have some sloped windows, longer sloped windows, and then triangles. Then you've got all the individuals here. Now, if we get down, that's all the building blocks. We've pulled in the button panels. You've got an antenna, and I think I've actually put, let's do this. So I've put up an antenna. Again, none of these are functional at the moment, and I'm sure there's going to be some changes done on these. But that's the antenna. Another one of the ships that I confiscated from the base over there. You see, I put up a set of solar panels. So if we come back into here, I've been playing the normal cockpit, control seat. We've got a door, sliding door, the reactor. This is the reactor right here. So you can see the reactor. So the blocks look pretty cool. This is, what was this? Oh, this is the gravity generator. And again, the models look pretty good. They're not functional yet, but that will come as we move forward. One of the things I did learn was, and we can kind of walk around here. This is the assembler. One of the things I did learn, though, if you wanted to build your ship, like I was building that, you can't just put down like we're used to, at least now. I'm sure that that's all going to change. But right now, if you want to get in here and do some creative stuff, you've got to... So if we bring up a block, that's going to stick, and it's going to be part of the base. But if we do this, and we hit J, then we can throw this block up right here, and now we have this block here that's on its own out in space, and then you can start building off of that, design your ship and put your thrusters and everything on it, and you'll be able to fly the ship. If you build it off of the base, then it's not going to go anywhere. So let's get rid of this. All right. A few of the other blocks that we can look at. Again, this is some of the window blocks that I was playing with. I put in so this is a set of conveyors, or actually containers. They don't have any conveyors and stuff yet into the game. So I used conveyor or cargo boxes, the small cargo box, and kind of build a conveyor type system. Again, it's not functional, but it is in place. Here's one of the control seats that I've put in, and then this is the medical room. So you and you can kind of place these pretty much wherever you want. So it's kind of be pretty interesting, and then you can kind of fill in around it. If we go down, I then placed in a refinery. That's the refinery, which looks pretty cool. You can see I built in around it, so it gives you that flexibility. And then I just attached a drill onto it. You can turn the drill on and off, but it doesn't collect anything. Let's see here. If we go into here, we go to our drill. Go to our drill. Should be right here. Drill right here. So you've got the power on, and so if you click that off, you've disabled or you've turned the block off. The block is on, but if you have a mine, you have a dig, and then you have off. So if we turn the mine on, you can see that it's spinning, and I'm pretty sure that what's going to happen is the mining is you're going to be able to mine your ores, and the dig is to dig out areas that you want to dig. So you're not having to, say you need to get down to a set of ore and you got a bunch of stone, you can kind of dig the stone out of the way before you get down in there. So let's go ahead and turn that back off. Drill, and we'll turn that off. That's kind of a look at the blocks that are in place already. It's enough to start being able to play and make some creations. And so that's what I'm kind of working on the ship out there. And that's what I was been playing around creating a base here. I was playing with the lights, adjusting the color on them. If you come out here, what I did was take these. What are these? These are the half wall. Where are they at? Right here. The cover wall half. So these you can place on. You kind of just place them anywhere. I made it to kind of look like it's a hangar bay. So if we fly out here, I put the catwalks down in underneath here, and you can kind of see that the angles so that they look attached. And then I put the pillars, the round pillars, in and around. Now there's no connections right there, so I put one of the smaller blocks in right here, so that looks like it's connected, and that's part of it, part of the process. I also took some of the smaller tubes and put those in like that, just to make it look like there's some piping and stuff around the base here. And I'll continue to fiddle around with this. This is just something to play around with the blocks and just kind of get more familiar with them. I think that's about what I wanted to show you today. I just kind of wanted to go through the blocks. The doors are in place, the sliding doors. The ion thrusters actually do work. I can actually show you those if we come over here. You can see the thrusters if we pop up into the control panel here. And if we go so if we take one of these thrusters, you have a thruster override. This will turn them on and off, and that will allow you to, if you wanted to create more power for your thrusters, you could do that. The other thing too is that the landing gear actually is functional. Now I don't have a set of landing gear on here yet, but I do have one over here that I can show you on one of their ships. we come over here, and if we go in and look at the controls and we look at our landing gear, you can see that you have the lock and unlock. So it's locked right now. I would unlock it. And if we hop out, you can see that it's green lock. What we're familiar with from Space Engineers 1. Okay, well, I think that's about going to wrap it up. I just kind of wanted to show you what blocks were here, what's kind of available, and it's all just in creative mode. And so some of the stuff that you can do with it. As I continue to build out the ship and there's more updates, as more stuff's added, I'll continue to bring these updates for you, because I am really excited about this new Space Engineers. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and especially once we get to survival. Okay, well, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really will help out the video, and please subscribe. It will really help out the channel. Okay, all you space engineers out there, keep your heads low, keep building away, and don't get shot. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.